Hello everyone, but welcome back to this channel. Today we're ranking all 4 Daniel Craig James Bond films. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm doing a minifigure review. So, before I do the quick minifigure review, go check out my James Bond playlist, and let's get started with the figure review and then the ranking. Also, one thing I'm going to recommend you guys do is that if you're watching this video, go check out the descriptions on my channel, because I have some extra information that you might want to see. So, for every video from all 5 Die Hard villains ranks and on, I actually make descriptions now. So, I'm kind of, now cautious about that. And then, so yeah, I'm doing that from now. I do that from now on. And then, yeah, I do that. And also, in each description, when I do this, I'll be telling which minifigures I review until I finish. So go check out this description, and then here's the figure I'm reviewing. Okay, so for today's figure, we got a First Order officer. I know it says in the description below, but whatever. But I also recommend you go read it. He's got a nice little blaster pistol right there. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the blaster rifles. It's still pretty cool. He has a nice little helmet. I don't love the figure other than that. He has a nice, decent torso. And this, this minifigure came in the set from Force Awakens with the turret gun. I have no idea where it is, so it's 11:37 apparently. So here we got him, and then I can turn him around. So not much overall, but still a cool figure. And also, if you remove the hat, I'll be careful. Don't tell me though. Do not. It fell off. Of course it did. So, I mean, decent head. It's better that it's not Angry Clone, because I'm kind of tired of the Angry Clone figures. I mean, at least the older sets didn't have that. So, pew pew pew. Yeah, that's it for this figure. So he's cool. Nothing to shout at.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Starting things off at number 4 is going to be Spectre. I'm going to be honest, I never liked this movie, and I never will, because the first time I watched it, I liked it up until the point where Bond got captured by Blofeld, and then the movie just got bad. It just got don't really like this, but it's okay. It's still relatively enjoyable. I like the train fight and the car chase, but that's it. And the helicopter sequence. So overall, I like all of that stuff. But and then next watch, I did not like the helicopter sequence, but I didn't mind the car chase and the train fight. I still thought those were great, but then the rest of the movie was bad. So I thought it was the worst Bond movie, and I did not like it. And then third watch, I was just bored out of my mind. With the exception of Craig's performance, there's not much enjoyment I really get out of this movie. Even Christoph Waltz, who's a great actor, he just doesn't bring anything to the role of Blofeld. And honestly, this is just a bland film. I don't really like it that much. But, I mean, Craig still gives a good performance. Madeline Swan is a fine Bond girl. And overall, I still like the train fight, and the car chase is okay, but other than that, this film's just boring. And the plot is just bad. And don't forget to check out my 4 reviews.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Number 3, you have Quantum of Solace. I think honestly, I kind of crapped on Quantum of Solace a bit more than I did in Spectre in my review. That's because I feel like I'm going to give more of my positives here. The action's good. At least the action's good here. There's like 3 action sequences I really like. The car chase at the beginning, the car chase at the beginning, I think I've grown to like as I've rewatched the film. I mean, I've only seen it like 3 times, but I've grown to like it more as I rewatch it. The editing's not the best, but then yeah. The bell tower fight's also great. Not as good as the free run bin Casino Royale, but it still works as an action sequence in this movie. And then you have the burning building sequence at the end of the film, and I also really like that sequence. There's not much I really just dislike here when it comes to action sequences. but there's nothing I absolutely love. Like, I don't like absolutely love any action sequence. I still think the car chase is one of my least favorite car chases. Yeah, and again, the editing is terrible. There's so many plot contrivances. It's just kind of boring for the most part. Really, but I think Oko Karolinko as what's her name, Camille Montez, is all right. She's a fine Bond girl. I like her more than Madeline Swan from Spectre. And I also do not like Dominic Green and what's his name, Elvis. They're just a horrible pair of bad villain and bad henchman. At least Mr. Hinks and Spectre was pretty good. Elvis did absolutely nothing. And yeah, and in my review, I never even talked about Strawberry Fields. Like, what were they going for? They didn't do anything with her. So overall, I don't hate Quantum. I still don't like it, and it's still one of my least favorite Bond movies. God. So yeah.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Getting more positive, at number 2 we have Skyfall. Honestly, I think Skyfall would have been my number 1 if I didn't rewatch it, but because my rewatch, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did on past watches, and I dropped it down, maybe just about a few spots. I still love this movie. It does so much good. Craig is great here. It might be his best performance, and the thing I love about it is there's so much action. Most of the action sequences are great. Absolutely love the free run in London. It's about, at least Spectre did have another free run. I mean, this is the second best one. You have the free run bit in Casino Royale. You have the bell tower fight. Now this. I don't know if this is not the weakest or the second best. I can't decide. So overall, I mean, there's a lot of awesome stuff. Money, I kind of like seeing the Moneypenny do a bit more. She actually wields a gun. She's not my favorite Moneypenny portrayal. I think, in fact, she's probably my second least favorite. And the thing I just wish they did a little bit more is that I kind of wish they did a little bit more with the story involving British and exposing. But as a 50th anniversary to the franchise, it works so much better than Dine of the Day, which was the 40th anniversary to the franchise. And on 2012 and between this and the Avengers, for my 2 favorite movies of 2012, is tricky as hell. And honestly, it just does so many things right. But then again, there's some plot contrivances involving the villain's master plan. I still think Silva's a great villain. Love his introduction. Way better than Blofeld's. And even though I don't think it's bad, Blofeld's is bad necessarily. I mean, the character isn't good, but I think Silva's, where he's walking, is just such a cool scene. Between him, Drax from Moonraker, and then Goldfinger, those are probably my 3 favorite introductions to the villains in Bond. Those 3 are just awesome. Yeah, I'm giving greats to Moonraker. What new? I don't know. Honestly, but overall, I really do love Skyfall, but it has some plot contrivances here and there, and it does have problems. It's not perfect.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Coming in at number 1, we have Casino Royale. Casino Royale might be the best made Bond movie. GoldenEye and Casino Royale are probably my 2 favorites. I can't decide which one's better. And I kind of need to rewatch all my top tier Bond movies, which is my top 5, possibly top 6 with Spy Who Loved Me. So I really do love Casino Royale. The action sequences are awesome. The sword fight. The free run bit is probably my favorite action sequence of the series. Possibly. I don't know for sure. The car chase in Tomorrow Never Dies, and the Paris battle, and the Spy Who Loved Me probably may beat it. Oh, also the fight in GoldenEye with Trevelyan. You know, I'm going to stop talking about that. What is in my eye? But Casino Royale, just such an awesome movie. I'm reading the book right now, actually, and then once I'm done with it, I'll give a book review, and then maybe I'll compare the book. I'll do a comparison to the book and movie, and I think that'll be interesting. So far, I like the movie more, but yeah. I mean, I'm a movie guy. I'm not a book guy. No. And anyway, I absolutely love this film. Lestreif is a pretty awesome villain. I absolutely kind of love his, not really antics, but love his master plan and kind of what he's trying to do. It's really interesting, and overall, just an awesome film. And it comes in at number 1. And also, the plot's great. Vesper Lynd is awesome as the villain. Not villain, Bond girl. Lestreif is technically the villain. My only problem I've ever had with this movie is the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes are, I put that in the mixed up because it's filled with some, the movie's basically perfect up to that point, and then there's just some plot contrivances here and there, and then, yeah, once Lestreif gets shot after Bond's getting tortured, then, yeah, it just peters out a bit in the third act. I still like the third act itself, and Vesper's death is kind of emotional, and I like the ending to the movie itself. Probably my favorite ending in the Bond franchise, like the end scene, probably my favorite in the entire franchise. I've got to be honest. But overall, like, it's kind of, but I don't really understand what's going on exactly. Like, I think this movie didn't really, I think that part of the movie should have been in Quantum of Solace. At least I think it should have been. I don't know. I feel like between Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, like, the biggest problem I've always had is just the way it transitions. And if Quantum of Solace is a better movie, maybe I could forgive that. But it's not, and we have the movie we have. So, it is my number one, and I love this movie, except the last 30 minutes, I say are alright, and overall, but I still love this movie. And I could 100% understand why this is your favorite Bond movie. And I didn't even mention the Miami River sequence. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? And I think Bond, I don't know if he's quite Bond, like Sean Connery or Roger Moore, quite yet, but Craig is still giving an awesome performance. And I'll just stop talking because this is the third time. This is only the third time that I feel like I'm closing. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And God, I need to fix that Star Wars poster. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.